Well, when we were planning to fly to the moon and when our trajectory appeared that we'd be orbiting the moon on Christmas Eve, we said, oh gosh, maybe we ought to say something. So what should we say? And then we looked at the night before Christmas and we tried to put words to that, different than we're there. That wasn't any good. Jingle bells was no good. What actually happened was that there's I think it was Frank that asked the PR guy at NASA what would be appropriate. And he in turn asked a friend of his who was a newspaper man, and I think it was the Washington Post in Washington. And since they were used to writing a lot of stuff, well, what can these three guys say on Christmas Eve? So the newspaper man started to, and I forget his name, started to write things down one evening before the flight. All things that we could say. And he had the flight plan and all that sort of stuff, and he kept getting new ideas. And it was getting late at night, and his wife came down and said, what are you doing? And he said, well, I have this job that they're giving me, and I've been, can't quite figure out what to do about it. I'm up a sort of a wall. And she said, why don't you have them read the first 10 verses of Genesis? And that's how it came to pass. We put them in the back of the flight manual, and as the next to the last orbit around the moon, we read Genesis.
Roger. Please be informed there is a Santa Claus.
It was Deke Slayton. He said, look at box so-and-so or cabinet so-and-so. There's a special gift for you. This was as we were having dinner on Christmas Eve. So Borman pulls it out, and there's 3 bottles of brandy. And they're in these aircraft bottles, the little small 1 or 2 gulps. And we looked at it, and Borman says, don't drink this stuff, because if we get sick, they're going to blame it all on this brandy. So we all put it back into our pockets, and we had it as souvenirs when we got home.